And we're into it. Starting off on Dust2 here, the veto is Dust2 coming through from HEET, 1 win picking Vertigo. And Ancient as our decider here. Alan, what are you feeling about that veto?
A lot of fun, a lot of fun. Final map, Ancient. Go on, 30 rounds over time. That's what we love to see.
Should we do Preds? You want to do predictions? Or you want to just let the chips fall where they may?
Ooh. HEET 2-0.
I kind of feel the same way. I was hoping you would go 1 win so I could disagree with you.
We need to pre-plan these segments.
Yeah, we just know each other too well at this point. I feel like we're homogenizing our Counter-Strike views sometimes, except when it comes to NA, where you are a doomer and I am a glorier.
Well, as long as we don't end up sharing the day rate.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Body might be about to get pushed on. Little double push in towards lower tunnel. No way he's expecting this one. Eventually the kill will come through. So Glowing and Travis have now taken massive space here. This is going to give so much information over. It's a long take. That's all they can do. The flashbang is perfect, but the kills, not so much. Afro answers back. Deco trying to hold the line. He'll be checked by Elevator, and somehow this is coming back towards the way of HEET. The health remaining on 1 win. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Exorcise, he's low as well, but he'll get the bomb planted down, and at this point, Glock body shots are all you need to take out Lollipop and Travis. Ooh, Glowing. We'll poke in. This retake's going to be brutal. It pretty much, I think, comes down to Travis holding on to this position out towards long, managing to continue to be a threat, and he's doing a good job of it so far, but that's a big kill coming through from Afro, and now it's all just on to Glowing. He's the only healthy player. In fairness. Oh, and he's just found a quick headshot. Glowing has done it. The kit found. Plenty of time for the defuse. A full ace from Glowing.
How on earth has he won that? How on earth have 2 players sub 20 HP? They pull off the retake. The long prong from Travis felt like the only route for the round to succeed. It just doesn't matter. Where did that come from? Glowing, not the man we normally talk about, but... well, that's a way to put your team on the board. They'll be feeling pretty amazing after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone else buys his dinner tonight. Is the way that one works. Assuming they win. I suppose if you don't, everyone forgets about it. You just feel unloved. Whiffed Molotov from Lollipop. Caught a flash. Didn't quite know his angles. Blind. Understandable. I don't know them. Clear-sighted. Much less without being able to see. That's gotta feel kind of bad for HEET, right? Apart from losing the initial pick, they did just about everything right in that fight, and then Glowing just goes ham.
It sucks. But this is what I plant. AK on body. Weaponry's here pretty good, and they've contacted so far up long, and there's the headshot. So maybe the ace could be in vain. Travis trying to take fights. Nade might finish body off, but it can't. Smoke comes in. Glowing has come around. But now 4 and 4 HEET in a decent position.
Spam through is good. Man advantage, but the health is again getting precarious. The nades will take him out. Utility on point here for 1 win early on. These HEs are doing serious damage. Definitely justifying their cost. There's no one up on Catwalk, but Exorcist doesn't know that. He's very wary. Knowing that this initial push through could be catastrophic when the smoke fades. I think body could be the X factor here. There's the check. I know there's a player in Elevator. The tag on body. Not able to get anything done. Swung from Catwalk before he can take the fight towards CT. So Exorcist still hasn't planted, and we're starting to get into 30 seconds. Another salvo utility goes up, but this will be the last of it. Only Deco has 1 smoke remaining, and now it's all on Exorcist. They're jumping. And, well, Flamey's taken out of the picture. Sorry, rather, that was Deco. Bomb down, health low on the other side. Exorcist could do this just with a MAC-10, but it'll be Glowing instead. Again, a glowing resume for him through the first 2 rounds. 8 kills, 3 in this one. He is the difference maker here on these A retakes.
Yeah, this one felt even more nailed on. That bomb goes down, decent afterplant positioning. Even in that 1-on-2 at the end, there's no HP. If there was ever a chance to reload the SMG, I think HEET win it. Wow, what a first 2 rounds to start us off. And surely HEET rebuy. Surely they rebuy. They know the cash is absolutely in the doldrums. You can get a massive reset off if you win this one. Still yet to invest. I hope they do so, and here it comes. Okay. Pressure still being applied.
Yeah, I mean, it almost felt like they were just a little too timid to actually get the bomb planted on that last, right? It took a while for Exorcist to come on through. By that point, he loses his teammates. But you can't account for the glowing factor as well. Outside of glowing's individual performance, nothing's working for one win. But hey, if he's performing like this, if he's popping off for 4 kills around, it's not gonna matter. You can do whatever you want with the other 4.
I am enjoying this game of when will glowing stop shooting everybody at every opportunity and not missing a single shot. He's over towards B this time. All the T's are over towards long, so they've done the smart thing, Mike, and avoided glowing.
Well, the thing is, he's been over towards B every round. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He just comes in on the retake and kills everybody. See, he's going to start to rotate now again. Pretty much the same formula. This time, Heat haven't fully committed into long, though. They've left their options open, and the bomb might just rotate. They've clocked onto the fact that one win are pretty quick to abandon and ship the numbers over. So now holding on the long, they're going to start to rotate over, but the player down dark, having been spotted and not getting his shot, means that one win might have some sneaking suspicions here. They've gained ground outside of mid. Deco's going to have to be the difference maker here. The timing on this low push. What's the read? Oh, Deco. The long plays come through. That's the fake. It's pulled them off completely. The site's going to be there for free. Joko goes down, but it just doesn't matter. Jax, if he gets one, miraculous. If he doesn't, still pretty dang good. And he might just catch, because now they think the fake's been sold. It was just one. No, Jax does get collected. Advantage at least for one win in the retake, but the only utility they have is on Deco.
There are some more smokes. These can go on doors. These players are going to have to just swing through. As said, there's no flashbangs. Re-molly onto window. Time is going to be a huge issue.
Afro, he's burning. He's burning. He's just got the scout. He knew he just had to try and get what he could out of the position. It's all falling apart here. XSC's pinned in. Can't get it done with the Galil. And once again, a retake successful. And once again, a retake where glowing doesn't die. This time, no multi-kill, but he does tack on a 9th. 280 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel bad for Heat, though, because they're playing some decent rounds. That molly back plat was, I guess, the deal breaker in that one. 3 players against 4 is definitely a good spot for the T-sub when you have that many nades, but they are isolated. It was good stuff from one win, and here comes another buy. Heat. Listen, I know they're losing 0-3 at the moment, but it's just going to take one. It's just going to take one. There's no CT cash left.
This time there's an op, though. Deco's gotten a kill, and he's so bold, he's just jumping around in towards mid. Going to be posted on towards lower, so if they want to try and challenge this position, if they want to try and take this space, I mean, Deco's going to charge a hefty toll. It comes off the angle right as they were making their way through. That's a bit of a bummer. There was a flashbang, so I suppose maybe it's better that he repositions, having heard that flash. I would like to see if he would have been able to hit the timing.
Yeah, he's just aware that top mid's open, so can't be too exposed. No point risking that. Very slow stuff from this T side, and a man down, it kind of feels like they need to seek out a little bit of a play, maybe a pick to get them back into this, but it's super slow and standard for the moment, and they're walking right into the arms of Deco.
Ooh, all right. Deco pushed off. Doesn't get his. On that situation, Lollipop 1-for-1, awkward positioning for one win. They're not well set up for this retake. And now the bomb's going to be planted once again. Heat, they've consistently gotten to this point. To the post that things have fallen apart. That was a bold move from Deco. He will be punished for it. Maybe a little bit too bold. Let's see if the glowing factor can come back in. Glowing and flaming. They're the ones that have come through, but not finding the kill that they're looking for. They're going to back away. This is the economic damage that you were talking about coming into effect. What does Glowing want to retrieve here? He's certainly not recommitting. Is this just for exits?
The AWP must be by the quick cap box.
Oh, yeah, it is. Bomb will probably blow it his direction, too. Heads up play from Glowing. Not able to get involved in this round, but the AWP will be retrieved and snatched by XSCs. No AWP for you, Glowing. Not looking. No AWP to be found.
Got an AK. That's all that came out of that one. That was a mess from one win. Deco, I guess he felt like he didn't have a Molotov, so he couldn't fall off before they could swing. So he just stays underneath. They're trying to take terrible fights up onto towards Catwalk, and then the player comes off long and takes a long-range aim duel against AKs and multiple players. It's if you're going to play retake, just play retake. They've shown already that they're very competent at that. And, well, given the state of their economy, that mistake could start a bit of a landslide.
This is interesting. Scout comes out. That's purchased by Flamey and dropped over. Deco just picks up armor for himself. So this is kind of the most... It would normally just be a saver on these two rifles, but they've given the Scout to Deco. So they're trusting that he can be a difference maker to actually make this round viable. We have had a pause come in, unfortunately. Let's see. If we've got the deets on this one. That would be called by HEET. So it seems like there's a technical issue here that might take a little bit of time to sort out, unfortunately. But, I mean, how do you deploy a Scout in this situation, right? You've got your two rifles. They're on your two B players. Do you spread them out, or do you just let them play the site? I feel like they're just going to let them play the site. So then how do you maximize Deco's move, Alan?
Let Deco do Deco things. That's all that needs to be said. But sounds like, unfortunately, Mike, we're going to be here a little bit longer than we want to be. So we're going to throw it to a break, and when we come back, we'll get back underway with this game. Welcome back. Round 5. HEET. Fresh off the back of their round win. Hoping to capitalise upon that. It's one win with the force up. Deco just peeking mid here at the start. Xbox Smoke going to deny a lot of vision. And he's going to back off back to the side, but it's Jocko already finding an open kick. Clearing up short with his teammates. Well, that's a great start for HEET.
It is. Here's going to be the response, though. Trying to take the space in towards lower tunnels. And glowing. Oh, no. They're going to give him an opportunity. That's okay. That's glowing first death. They've finally taken him out of play. He still gets the one. He still takes Afro out. But at least the response is there. At least somebody was watching. Thought for a moment that was going to be an absolute massacre. It looked potentially rough. Lollipop will take a close position by door. Molotov will chase him out of that. So Heat now have a lot of options with 50 seconds left to go, Alan. They've still got this position in Catwalk. They seem like they want to split A, but with Flamey now down, I mean, they have to know both B-site defenders are on. I'm really surprised they're still making this read.
Well, they should have the numbers still to pull this off, and it's so bizarre, Mike, that Lollipop, never in a million worlds, expected all three players to be coming for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to work. It's going to work really nicely, but I almost wonder whether this was a situation where they wanted to make sure there were no survivors for one win. Because it does feel like you kill their two B anchors. You know that. You kill the guy Catwalk, who would presumably be the player best positioned to rotate. Unless it was a stack towards B, there's really not a scenario where that's going to happen. Either way, they'll make sure not a gun survives. There are no survivors of this one. And that'll be Heat with their second round.
Yeah, and Cash is disastrous, so this will be an eco. Will almost certainly be 3 apiece, and this is, of course, map pick of Heat. They used to really like Dust2 back in the day, about a year ago. But I guess they've now had a bit of a... They had a roller coaster on it for sure, but now they're trying to play it back into their map. I was surprised to see the Dust2 pick, but I'm sure Bonnie can bring up his sleeve.
Afro misses the first opportunity. Just get USP down here. Why not? Okay. All right. Restore some order.
Okay.
Uh-oh. They're all together. The spray down is there. Choco restores sanity. That got way too precarious from a 5-man pistol push up mid, but order restored. Sanity maintained. Did you panic there a little bit, Alan?
No.
I did.
It was all fine, Jocko.
Never worked.
Jocko the lifesaver. Jocko's
Actually
there.
really good that he finds that, because otherwise, I mean, that's what a rifle picked up on the swing. There's an op down. I mean, it's getting real weird.
Yeah, though the rounds before were so clean that, thankfully for them, that hasn't just ruined their economy off the rip. So they're not too concerned on that front. And they're just going to take some mid control. There's been a lot of defaults from Heat. I haven't seen anything out long just yet, or any B pops. So yeah, they like to clear out the map, take this catwalk control, and then surely soon Afro with that bomb going to be committing that onto A.
Body? Whoa, he's got so much space. He's got the spot, but not able to zero in. Lollipop tried to jump down there. Wasn't happy with what he had. Wanted to go for more. And now his teammate's a little bit cut off. They've still got the grounds, but they're losing the numbers. Travis with a rally back kill. Jocko's position, I think, has to bear fruit. He's been good so far. This is his moment. And pulling the trigger before the smoke goes down. A reload. Wasn't expecting the player that close. This is completely off the rails. This is absolutely catastrophic for Heat. They get all the space, all the ground, and they do nothing with it. Alan, what did we just witness?
The XQ looked good, didn't it? The flashes were coming through. Those are great. Those held back the CT side. Those entries got up close. It was just that I can't recall if it was Travis or Decker. One of them just put a smoke down, and they just couldn't find the player around that smoke. And suddenly all the nades start to fade. The CTs can start using their own nades to get back into play. And yeah, Heat, Catwalk was never going to be enough positioning there. They needed a frag in that ramp control, and they could just never find it.
This is the kind of round that lets one win really right back into this. Deco will get himself an opener, so this is back to what's working for one win. That op down mid, finding a lot of damage. It drops the bomb as well into dark. That's not great, because even with this positioning towards lower tunnels, someone's going to have to go back looking for it. Travis is about to make them pay another pound of flash. And they know they have the bomb zoned out, so Declan's just going to be watching. He's just going to be watching. They'll have to waste utility just getting the bomb back. This is... Ooh, this is not looking good for the French side. These miscues are costing them. Now they will start to devote some presence just to recovering the C4, but in doing so, they give up any real map control they had. Joko's positioned by the double doors. That's the most they've got to work with. So they'll once again try and take some space catwalk, but this has been the majority of the rounds here for HEET, so might be something that's starting to be read. Flashbang over, tips them off. Lollipop now spotted, and he's going to get the first kill as well. He'll dip in for more. That will be punished, but the positioning here towards ramp is good, and Echo's just posted. He's got one. He's around the corner. And it's all going to fall apart. That was another round where it just, from the word jump, kind of unravels for HEET.
Yeah, second time I think the Deco's got a kill like that. So I'm not sure exactly what's going down. It just feels like Deco just catching Afro off guard in these early peaks. Maybe he's taking a weird timing. Maybe he's changing up his positioning a little bit. But that's the second time he's dropped Afro immediately. That time was even worse with that bomb. And yeah, the setup was even better to cut off lower. That was perfect. Deco, he's opening pixel the space he's allowing his team. It's just making the CD side frankly easy at the moment, and he can't allow him to get these easy frags and easy information anymore.
Such a swing as well, right? Starts off all the momentum for one win. Just a moment where it seemed like HEET were finally going to get that one round you'd been talking about, crack the economy. They succeed in doing so. They win the follow-up. Everything's looking good for the French squad. And then just complete failure on that one round where they get all the way up into cat, into sight, into a position where normally you think, okay, they've got 5 alive and they've got full sight control. This should be it. From there on, a couple rough rounds. Not going to do much in this one, you'd imagine. Just throw a pistol at them through the smoke, but don't really fancy their chances here, Alan. Being as they have no more utility and a single D in terms of investment to work with. Maybe they overwhelm the op. I think that's my most optimistic situation here. Oh, they've done it! That was a ridiculous shot coming through. Deco leaving himself perhaps a bit exposed. They obviously can't retrieve that AWP, but now a bit of panic here for OneWin, and somehow OneWin have found themselves without any nades. They have no HEs. They have no Molotovs. It's just going to have to be the guns. And Travis, well, he's going to reset nicely. Now he's got Lollipop with him as well. This will be a dismantling. So recovery there for OneWin. It looked scary for about half a second, but they restore order.
Yeah, if they never got their hands on the AWP, could have been a different story. But just the pistols off cat. Unless you're hitting some absolute zingers. It's not going to happen. It's a fairly easy hold in the end. And whilst it has been a bit of a rocky road for OneWin to get to this point, remember those early rounds are on a knife edge. It's all on glowing. They're putting up a good round haul. It's not their map pick. And HEET have got to be sweating.
I'm certainly sweating for them. They're feeling the heat without a doubt. But Afro taking some space in towards the pit. This long control early works, but look at Travis. He's coming up to a crest. And Joko seems to have an idea that something might be up. But who's going to be more aware?
This is the round, isn't it?
Oh, Travis. He's got the back. He's got the back. Joko has no idea. Go on, check. No! He's misread. He's misread. I mean, at this point, there's a guy lower. He has to know it's not here. Still, the opportunity's missed. Travis might still be able to get something going, but they're wary now. Exorcist is watching, and it is just this long play. So information's there for OneWin. Glowing is still sticking around for the moment, just to make absolutely sure. But yeah, they know. They know they've got these players hemmed in. It's all going to be about this A-take. So 10 alive, but all the information, all the chips pretty much on the table, and OneWin just waiting for this hit to actually come to fruition. HEET have dumped all of their utility. They've got nothing more, nothing left in the tank. Body with an opening kill, a critical one at that, and there we go. Enough kills coming through. This long fight lost. It's all into Deco, and, well, he's already found 2. But you'd imagine a tactical retreat might be the recommended course of action here. Ooh! All right, put Jax on notice. But Jax gets the last laugh.
That was crazy. OneWin. Okay, of course, that mid push could have ended the round with a slight different piece of timing. But even then, they had full information. 5 players suffocating all of the T-side as they try and creep up long. And it just doesn't matter. He took long. They threw a smoke mic that I've never seen before. It landed like by the quick cap box. And it doesn't allow you to see over the top like it would do if you smoke deep into CT. And then they crossed with that, and OneWin just didn't have a clue what hit them. They have not fought that before, and Yeah, all the frags easily went the way of Heat when they actually tried to cross.
Long control established again, except this time, Ecstasy sees his presence in tunnels. So he knows there hasn't been a push through. Last time, OneWin got all the information here from the lower push. Lollipop thinking he might go for the same thing. No, decides against it. And they're actually going to come back towards the catwalk play. Having established presence out towards long, having put the body here, they're trying to throw a little bit of a misdirect in. Travis has seen the first, but if he sticks around here too long, he might find himself under pressure. Flamey comes to relieve that pressure, but, well, that flame is extinguished. And now, mid control firmly in the grasp of Heat. All of the information on their side. OneWin have no knowledge. And now a little bit of positioning in towards mid. Lollipop. Oh, he's about to get caught. There's no way. Good damage considering. But major pressure on a Glowing. Glowing has to survive here on B.
Yeah, they'll know he's alone as well, so this is an easy read, and OneWin just threw 2 mollies on A at the same time. Glowing, they know you're alone, and you're in a world of trouble.
Well, I mean, good effort for it. Deco now finds one more. 1v2, these players are isolated. 18 seconds if he kills the guy's sight. There is nothing the other can do about this, but Afro will keep that from being a possibility. Chaos. Pandemonium in these last few rounds here, Alan.
Getting a bit mad. A little bit funky. And if they had some nades there, they should have used them. Because that was suicidal.
We've had some of these moments where it feels like HEs aren't being deployed necessarily, where a lot of it's just coming down to the gunfights. When there's still some util to deploy, and well now.
Yeah. We expect that from OneWin. It's more Heat. Where they have some rounds where like that long cross round where it looks really coordinated, they're doing a lot of things together, and then another round comes where the communication looks weird and we're not using all our nades effectively, or like we had that site take earlier where the site take itself was perfect. We don't actually do anything off the back of it. Body's left out on his own. So bit of rust maybe in the system is the explanation.
Maybe. Heat called that last time out, trying to make sure that everything's in order. You don't imagine there's rust here though, right? These teams are both coming off of their RMR campaigns. Been playing a lot of CS lately. Maybe the adjustment back to online play? Wouldn't think it'd boom them this much, but it does seem like both sides are having some odd miscues. Flamey, time for that one. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, I feel like Flamey's always good for one nutty pistol round a half. Or a game, rather. It's not going to be this one. It's not going to be this one. And with that site secured, bomb's going to go down, and these pistols will just set up for exits. Maybe Jax is vulnerable? They should just try and chase Jax with the isolated rifle. Been dinked. He's been dropped. Uh-oh, Jax. It's a gift of a rifle on over.
Just going to try and contain, I guess, from here. And I had a look. Neither team has played since the RMRs. And I think for both of them, it's probably pretty gutting not to have made it when they did both play some good games. So that I'd suspect would be the biggest factor if there was a drop-off. Just the sheer weight of that on them.
Oh, no. This poor body on the railing just slumped. Tied scoreline here. I mean, look, what better way to rally back from a really disappointing loss in the RMR than to book yourself a spot in ESL Pro League?
Conference first. Got to navigate that. And actually, if you want to go from that angle, Heat, of course, French National League, they can get in that way. One win. There's no other route.
Recent loss to Falcons, though. He would much rather do it here, not worry about that.
Would.
It's always better when you have two chances to get it in the first chance. Take that pressure off your mind. Not even think about it.
That is amazing advice.
Yeah. If at first you succeed, don't worry about trying again. It's the Dark Mike way.
Your relationships must go well.
Just get them dumbs. My what?
I said your relationships must be fruitful.
Yeah. Flawless.
Well done.
Always be winning. Very much spread defense here for 1-win. They haven't done anything funky just yet. They've got glowing, itching to get in towards the tunnel.
It feels inevitable, doesn't it? As soon as they show anything long.
You'd imagine, yeah. Here goes. Lollipop. Does he see it? Util being spread around catwalk. Does that prompt glowing forward? It does indeed. He's starting to move. So I can have this information quickly. Glowing realizes, hey, no one's here. Time to start to rotate. Lollipop finds the first. Good damage onto the second. Not the kill, though. Still, he's done some great work and spotted the bomb out towards long. So that is confirmation here. Deceased lives. Body, not so much. Trades available for the moment. And this killing towards mid, that one's huge. Now it's starting to get very messy again, as every one of these rounds have. It's down to the last 10 seconds. They have to plant this bomb. And Afro, even adds some risk taking that last poke in towards ET. He's not punished, fortunately for the Heat fans here, but it's going to come down to the 1v1. Flamey trying to clutch this out, and he'll do exactly that. Flamey comes alive. He is burning onto the A site.
Wow. The flames complement the glow. No smoke without fire. What is going on in this game? This could very easily be comfortably double digits for Heat. These afterplants. When are they going to win one, Mike? They're losing all of them. Some of the rounds are so dominant when they're on the rifles, and you get ones like this where it's 17 seconds, bomb hasn't crossed long, it's complete madness, and in the 1-on-2, we're taking individual fights. How many more mistakes are they going to get away with? How many more times can they let 1-win retake these sites before they're losing their map pick?
I mean, the fundamental reality, right, is you already have 6 rounds for Heat. So it's kind of all right. And if they get anything more here, and they're getting so very close to it, if they get this round, the economy's gone for 1-win, first of all. So you got a prime chance, really, to actually make this an 8-7 in your favor. So it does definitely feel like 1-win have let Heat off the hook again and again and again. But this might be another round for Heat to get healthy, for Heat to make this work. Lollipop has a chance to deny that fact. That goes out towards long. He hasn't really played here much. So that could be something to catch them off guard, but at least for the moment, Jax is holding very passively for it. A lot's going to come down to this ramp fight. Molotov into their goose. There's the shot. Lollipop gone. And with that, into 2v4. Unless Deco hits some rippers as shots, they don't even have to plant for him. He is going to find the first, but that should just mean they plant for catwalk. And his teammates so section off. Flamey's going to have such a tough time coming in. Certainly, this isn't another chance to have things fall apart. Deco's right here. Does Afro realize it? He should have heard the audio cues, perhaps, but how can you expect this play? How can you expect this moment? How can you expect to be popping shots in the smoke? I don't even know quite what's going on here, much less Deco. It's all onto Flamey, and Flamey is gone. What was Deco actually trying to accomplish?
I thought he was going to go for a jumping shot at first.
I thought so, too.
Well, he knew a player was long, so I guess he was like, I need to fight in one direction, and he just couldn't see anybody on the site, so he just sits in the smoke.
Madness. It does mean the last round is going to be very stinky here for 1-win. And yeah, prime opportunity for Heat to sort of take this one into the half with the lead. Despite some miscues, despite some odd rounds, despite some confusion. Glowing, though. He was a monster at the beginning of this map. This could be the round. This could be his moment. Glowing. They've gone right past him. He's got a rifle. But the comms are in. Jax. He's down. Glowing. Wrecking havoc in it. Brought it down to the 3v3. He'll catch Afro. Afro. Oh, limps away from that one. But look at the health. Exorcist and Afro. They've got no health to spare. Huge kill coming through from Joko. He has been the consistent player here for Heat. And he might be bailing them out once more. Mid control's been taken. Heat are just going to take a beat. They've got the time. They're going to set up on the angles. And Joko's going to watch for this, and he won't be missing. He won't be missing. He is the guardian angel for Heat, and he will give them the advantage head into the halftime break. And back into the action here for the second half of play on Dust2. It was some maddening rounds in the first half, but they still saw HEET progress on to 8 rounds. And that's going to be a job well done when all is said and done. Now let's see if they can put it away on the defense on their own map pick, or if OneWin will continue to inject chaos into this and keep things up in the air.
Standard stuff at the moment. Just a long take. Not spotted as of yet. She's exercise over towards A. I thought they got a run boost there, but that was just the car check. So, still no contact.
Jocko's got the info. Glowing's holding for this. Ah! Glowing, unable to get the kill there, unable to actually connect the shots. Now they got the tip off. But what does OneWin want to do? Having established presence out towards long. Glowing's coming back to get some info. He'll get tagged. That was a headshot, but through something. Clip the corner, because Glowing is alive, and, well, not for much longer. There we go. Now it's just his long presence. You have Flamey outside of it, but goodbye, Flamey. He's been snuffed. It's all on to the long players, 3 of them, to try and get through. Last pistol round, it was Glowing to sort of save their bacon in a round they had no business being in. This time, Body's playing boot with the smoke to give himself some space. And, well, now here's the question. On the lollipop, nothing getting done. How many licks does it take? Apparently that many.
Made it look
do
almost
you have
easy.
Tootsie Pops in the UK, Alan?
Have what?
Tootsie Pops?
No. Tell me. What are they?
Do you have Tootsie Rolls?
No.
Oh, all right, I'm going to have to feed you Tootsie Rolls when you're here.
How do you spell this?
So Tootsie Rolls are a very... I don't know how to describe Tootsie Rolls exactly. They're kind of like a chocolate caramel roll thing, but like more solid. They're delicious. I love them. They're very unique. Tootsie Pops are a popsicle with a Tootsie Roll center, basically. And the commercial for Tootsie Pops was an owl being asked, you know, wise owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? And he'd say, well, let's find out. And go 1, 2, and then he'd freak out and just eat the thing because it was so delicious that he couldn't find out how many licks it would take. So the idea was no one knows, because eventually you're just gonna chomp on the thing. It's too tasty.
Okay. And bringing it back to the Counter-Strike, that means what? You take a few nice shots going for the headies, and then you just unload the whole magazine because you enjoy yourself too much.
That's pretty much what it means in Counter-Strike form, I think.
So you get the one anti-eco frag, and then you smell them.
And you chase.
Then you chase.
So hungry. Chomp, chomp, go the ecos. Yum, 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 yum. Tasty ecos.
Give us a mid push. Lower push, that's okay. What?
Okay. All right. Glowing. Just doing glowing things. They got all the space, but Glowing has just shot somebody. So now OneWin have no positioning, but they do have a man advantage, and they do have plenty of time. And the smoke alarm is going off in my apartment. So Alan, why don't you take over?
Almost ominous, maybe, of what Flamey's about to produce. Mid-take comes in. Xbox smoke, actually, is this missed? Body's got a good angle. Almost a one-way onto Travis, but he actually gets up in front of it. And indeed it is. Body first frag. Hit is stalled out. Still got long, still got tunnels. Xerxes peaks at bit of an unfortunate timing. Could have caught players from behind. That's going to leave his team at a disadvantage. Spreading now back towards A. As this round has been back and forth, bit of a roller coaster in terms of where to end for this OneWin squad. Jax assassinates Glowing initially. Players to commit behind this. Lollipop seeking out the trade. He's so early in and Jax isn't ready for it. Flashbang is somehow effective. But now with these nades, Jax is all on an island, all on his own. Collects the first. Flamey swinging, can't make it 2. Body swings on the flashbang. 1-on-1 Afro up against Flamey.
Apparently, my smoke alarm was just detecting this Flamey round. Let's see if he can bring this to a full inferno. A full blaze. Oh, Afro now gets the rifle on it. Might have had a little more success in that first swing. Flamey getting the bomb plant at the very least. Seconds to spare, and Flamey, what a move! Oh my God, Flamey burning it all down.
Bringing the heat. Bringing the heat is Flamey. We've got heat up against
Extinguishing the heat with
glowing
that
and
one.
Flamey. There's the potential here, especially with a smoke alarm, is endless.
There's just so many options. What was that round from Flamey? I don't think we've gotten a round like that from Flamey in months.
I haven't seen a round like that in months. It was long, then mid, then back to B, then back to mid, then into B, and then that madness at the end.
Fairness. It's been this map so far. Trying to read the tea leaves of this one is like trying to make omens out of just a spilled tin. Alright, glowing. Second time he's gotten this ridiculous entry in towards B. Last time he was just pulling the trigger through a smoke. This time at least he saw the player. But Heat, man, they're put on notice.
Yeah, they need to do something here. They need to make an information play. They've just seen this smoke on long. That'll clue them up. The players are out. And for now, they're just going to lean numbers in that direction. Even so, long is such a difficult hold, even if you've got all the players. So I'd love to see all four to be here. And actually, Jocko's nearby, so this is a good call.
Ooh, the boost up. Afro tries to pop a shot. Actually going to take quite a bit of damage back in turn, but OneWin have fully committed into this long play, right? They're just leaving glowing back to make sure no one gets the flank on them. And they're going to come through. What kind of smokes they got? They got two of them, so you can go for a cross. There's a couple volleys on the other side. That could make things really interesting. Body's got one close at hand. The nade's going to go through. That's not quite going to find it, but a molly on ramp right now would be well timed. Body's a little late with it. They're past. They're past. Lollipop, though. Check down. That's going to segment out the players, and Exorcist is capitalizing. One after another they go, and this one's looking like it might just have hit a wall, but Flamey still coming up cat. He's getting activated. There's Flamey coming in, glowing with a big kill. Flamey trying to be the hero once more. It's all on to Deco. He's just got a scout. He's just got a scout. He doesn't even have a rifle close at hand, but the question is, does Chuck will give him a chance? Well, it didn't matter. Time is out. Somehow missed the clock expiring, and that'll be the round for Heat.
Yeah, Flamey was the only guy who could have won. That was 3 seconds when he got the first kill. There on A, he had to kill the second immediately. And it couldn't be done, as these rounds conspire to make little to no sense. What is going on here at the end? Looked great for one win, and then time the 6th player to take down the ultimate enemy. Just wasted a little bit too much getting in that direction, and now look at this buy. 1 AK, 1 Galil. We've got 2 flashbangs to help us get on towards a bomb site. Well,
it does feel like this is similar to what Heat was doing in the first half, where they just knew they could break the eco, and they were so tempted into it, but the lack of util is going to make it brutal. Just going to have to be the shooter. Travis, oh, all right. That's one way to make this a lot easier. Killing towards mid. They've got consistent openers. The last 3 rounds, OneWin have gotten the opening kill. Looking to do it again. Body. Body Afro. I got the chances. Body's gone. Pressure on Afro. Goodbye, Afro. This is a save.
no choice. CT's equally had no nades, but the real thing that hampered them there was no AWP. They couldn't punish the dry swing. And for one win, I think they should have bought with some more nades, but they played in a way where it didn't matter so much. And that first kill in mid was great, and then from there, Heat just couldn't readjust. Couldn't get in the right place at the right time, and, well, into the first half, neither team can establish any economy.
At least these 2 guns are going to be safe move. Unfortunately, they're kind of the bargain bin ones. MP9 and FAMAS. But, money being as garbage as it is for Heat, you would kind of fancy a little bit of a force buy here and try and make things weird. How weird are we going to get?
I think you need to force. The money's that bad.
Yeah.
So...
Decos? Deco?
Drop. No, they won't eco. They're going to drop MP9s or something. You have to buy. You could get a few pistols and double eco. That's the only alternative. But you know that 1 win's money is not brilliant. So
this time it's actually from 1 win. Which is interesting. Kind of gives them an opportunity to figure out the math, Alan.
Alright, here we go. Win this 1 win, and you've got a tied game. And a good economic position this round. Clearly isn't looking good for HEET with this bye. But we saw the role reversal working out for 1 win last time, and I've seen a Jocko D, that's all I'm going to say.
You're not wrong. He's 18 and 10 at this point. It's like a race between Jocko and Glowing at the top of the board. Body a close third.
Okay.
All right, Body. Making his case. Seen a Body Deeg too. This is the first opening pick they've had in a while. No Jocko, though. But despite getting that kill on B, 1 win really want to commit up catwalk. And so this read, positioning-wise for HEET, is good. If they could catch this last player coming through, they're going to be able to contain this approach in a big way. Glowing's in a tough spot. Glowing has to live. And he's going to do exactly that. All right. Traded out after just 1. Rifle picked up by Afro. Things are going to get precarious. Exorcist has the 1 gun. Jack's not too far off. Bombas gets nothing. The MP9 a bit more. The bombs drop forward. That's a chance. Oh, Afro doesn't know he has both a goose. They're going to be able to cross without issue. Now he'll spot the move. Now the opportunity. Miss. And the round will be as well. It works out for 1 win.
Afro 40 saw a player, Gandalf, there. He was shooting through the smoke at Gandalf. Wow. I think he actually wins the round for them if he swings. That actually could have cost them a chance to actually win the force buy. That looks so good for HEET a long way through that round. Just a little bit tricky at the end. That FAMAS was not the gun for the moment, nor was the Deagle behind him. And this is the price they're going to pay. 5 USPs up mid. Nade is going to make them hurt a little bit on the inside.
1 win tried one of these. Got 2 or 3 kills out of it. This time, not so successful for HEET on the other side. And there we go. All clear. Man, Flame is having himself a game here. I like to see it. I'll be honest, a lot of the times when I watch 1 win, Flamey does seem to take a major backseat to his teammates, and this time, he's having himself a performance.
Don't forget the clutch.
The clutch was disgustingly beautiful.
There we go then. 23, 11 apiece. Map pick here for HEET, and this is big advantage 1 win. They've finally actually banked some cash. They've got a buffer to play with. And we're looking at HEET and saying, we're going to change about the TV side because it's not been great as of late. Also, opening picks have been going all the way of 1 win. That cannot happen anymore.
And once again, look at the util here for HEET. It was a double eco scenario, but they're down to 2 smokes and Molotov. 1 flash. Already. It's a minute 30 on the clock. And okay, now 1 smoke. This is... This is going to be really tough.
A lot of pressure already off Catwalk. It's just the 1 player, but it's going to put HEET on notice. Afro, though, still sticks around. Gets the first, goes for more, and that was overzealous.
Flamey punishing. Tree the op as well. They're going to hold on to this positioning mid. Big kill to find. Drops a smoke, which oddly enough could be a difference maker if they can get back to it. Lollipop takes the space. It's going to be a pinch on towards B. But Lollipop doesn't have a smoke to get past, so he's trusting no one's watching the angle. He's correct. And that's going to be very fortunate for Lollipop. Joko's in a tough spot, but Joko will be up to the task. Withdraws back towards the car. They've got the bomb down now. Everything's working out for HEET, and they will capitalize. A hairy round, a scary round, a round with nothing really to spare in the util department, but they get her done with the guns.
Much needed. Pretty close to game over if they lose that one, so... Needed that round win. That's dented the economy a great deal on this T side. More pauses to follow. And I think for both teams, they're in the same position here where these are big swing rounds in terms of where this map is going to be going. And for HEET, let's hold on to our nades a little bit better, I think, this round. They used a lot for long there, and well, 1 win haven't taken long, I think, this half, so I'm not sure it was needed.
off the pause here, off the time we've had. Where are they gonna go? What's the read? What's the maneuver? Long? Long. Long fight. While he's in, lots of util. Space established. No one was blue dumpster. That nade might find something. There's a blue nade for you, Alan. Oh, that's a better one. Okay, first one was just a teaser. Second one gets you really going. Flamey hurting.
I'm still going to commit to this. And Ecstasy's up close. These players are already tagged up. Instant headshot. That's the difference that makes. Smoke to finish it off, and one win. Time to realign, change your plan, because that was a punch in the face.
They have this presence tunnels. HEET haven't really challenged this much. One win, we're constantly taking space here in towards tunnels. HEET haven't had the same approach here towards the B side. Mid's been left pretty open. Afro's not even watching it. He's focused catwalk instead. There's a real opportunity here. If smokes go down in towards mid, it could be trouble for the B side. And with Joko actually facing window. Oh, he gets the kill. That's so important, but he's lost his teammate. Joko in trouble. Pressured from all sides. He'll be taken down. The B side's lost. A 3-on-3 here. The bomb just slips around. If they got a player through the smoke, could have caught the bomb. That opportunity is missed, and now there's a question of whether HEET really want to challenge for this. They have flashes, they have a single smoke, but there's no Molotovs. There's nothing easy to force one win out of their positioning. They should be really good on the whole, but adventures in the tunnels, that's going to be the road back in. That's going to be the entry back in. That's going to be the chance for HEET to make something of this round. Deco wants an eye, and he'll do exactly that. Maneuvering around, Exorcist will have to back away. HEET will not be able to pull far into the lead.
Back and forth. And of course, not too many survived in the previous for HEET. They're looking a little bit dire here. Just no stability found. Feels like on this game, did have the AWP on this occasion. And after stalling out long, it just feels like such a strong position. There's only a few places the T's can go from there, and surely you can set up well for it.
All right, you got 1 AK and 4 USPs. Tell me a story, Alan, of how this is going to happen for HEET.
Exorcist, where are you? You're on B. One win. They're out long. They're going to go into cat. They're going to show presence in both areas, and Exorcist is going to push. Kill these two in tunnels, and then come in for the 1-on-3.
Okay, well, that's not how it's going to happen.
I like my story better. I like my story better than reality.
Well, we don't get to decide reality. But let's see what's going to happen here now. 'Cause, I mean, that wasn't great. Kill still coming in. Bodies found one back the other way. ESP doing some damage. Gone. So what's going to happen here? Joko goes for a little push in. Jax in a 1v4 with just a Deeg. Certainly got to be no way he does this. You'd imagine there's not a chance in the world. Not a hope nor a prayer. And indeed, he's not even really going to go for it. So, Jack's dead. Clean round. Alan's bedtime story does not come to pass. Instead, it is one win who triumph.
I tell nightmares, not fairy tales.
Would have been a nightmare for any of the one-win fans out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think for both teams, if you're a fan of either of these squads during this game, imagine your brow is pretty wet at the moment. Because neither team's finding any stability. A couple of the players are. Glowing's had a good game. Feels like Body on the T side got a lot of crucial entries. Joko's coming alive a little bit on CT, so individuals are shining. And I think the team that, you know, gets it together soonest, makes the fewest mistakes, is going to win this.
This feels like the round for Heat. If they lose this, I think it's a 1-win. 1-win. This has to be where it happens. Jack's tagged up early. He's going to be legged. On the jump through the door, so Jack's put on notice right off the rip. Little miscue with the peek in towards lower. There we go. All right, everyone together now. All together. Swing. Check. Scared of being shot. Joko taking the space, though. Says, what are you scared of? Come on. I'll just walk through. And he's dead for it, so that's why. Afro was rightly frightened. Very wary of it. Wants to try and take the peek towards top mid, but he's just going to miss them, and now the Molotov will force the retreat. So this is the heavy presence from Heat. They've got 3 players leading here, and if this turns into a B-split, or even just a straightforward take, it's all about Jax, who's already been legged. He's already been tagged up. Heat, they're in a bit of a precarious spot here, and Lottie will try and make it a bit better, but he'll just make it worse. Uh-oh. Catastrophe potentially on the horizon. A big loss this would be, and, well, that's the B-side take, and that's the round over. They've got to save with Exorcist and Afro.
Well, that round kind of ended before it started. Jocko tries to take it upon his own hands and can't win that duel and lower. Cat setup comes to no avail, and Heat. They're throwing a lot of different ideas into the mix, a lot of different aggressions, different setups, but for various reasons, can't seem to find a clean opening kill. Can't seem to activate Afro, and it's the riflers on that T side. Glowing, Lollipop, these sort of players have just been opening up out of Flamey as well on a couple. If they can isolate good duels, they're just winning all of them at the moment. Alright, Afro.
At least he's, you know, reminding them that his op is to be feared. Economically, I don't think it makes a big difference to lose those 2. It's not really going to matter. Even another kill would be fine. As Flamey will test that hypothesis. He's a firm believer in the scientific method here, Alan. I wanted to see if I was right about it.
Yeah. He is. That's Flamey. He is absolute
Scholar.
Scholar of the sciences, well read. He's like a Greek philosopher. His beliefs. He loves Pythagoras and all that jazz.
Does he eat beans then?
He might do. He also sits in the bath and works out how much water is displaced.
Yeah. Well, that was Socrates, right? Or no? Wait.
Aristotle? No.
Who had the device to extract water? Oh God.
Wait, I'm on it.
Hold on. Who came up with the displacement? Which one of them Greeks?
Who made the sun ray of death?
The sun ray of death?
But they used all the mirrors to set the boats on fire.
That one I'm not familiar with, but I'm intrigued now. But anyway, time to move on. Well, you figured that out.
Archimedes.
Archimedes, yes, okay, yes. The Archimedes screw. Yeah, okay. Yes. That's a guy we forgot about.
And he's the one that made the death ray.
Did he make a death ray?
Yes. Well, probably not.
Dope.
But he probably made something that slightly warmed them up on the boats, gave them, you know, bad sunburn.
Yeah, you fight a war. I may not get you now, but in 50 years, you're going to have a nasty bit of melanoma.
Life before sun cream. Valid weapon.
I don't think most people lived long enough to experience the effect. But let's see. Here's a swing out. Body going to get himself the first. Not quite a death ray, but Exorcist might have it. Advantage here for Heat. Another critical round. Invested around the 2 saved guns. I got to get her done. Glowing. Is he going to solo push this? He's lost Echo in towards mid. It's kind of falling apart. It's going to need the hero, and you'd imagine Jax's position is the last he's going to check if he goes through with it. So he won't go through with it. Flamey and Glowing here.
Are we just going to save?
Chance to do something. I think not.
22 seconds.
Okay, yeah, now they are. Damage would be so valuable is the thing. But yeah, it does seem like they're going to save. Okay. that lets Heat off the hook in a big way. This was the chance to absolutely deal the body blow. And even if you lose here, right? If you take another 2 kills, even 1 kill, you keep so much economic pressure up onto them. So this does feel like 1 win, letting Heat off the hook a bit.
Yeah, we're jumping forward 2,000 years with our physics here, because that round fell down like a lead balloon.
A Zeppelin, one might say.
Maybe. I was thinking more Newtonian physics. Listen, the fans can't say that we don't inform here.
We're here to educate. This is the education hour over on twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO, which I'm now hoping is the channel that we're actually on today. Right?
I think so.
Well, whichever it is. Time to test some more scientific theories, such as what happens Wally pops up. We still gets the kill. Oh, second as well. It was looking so good for Heat. But somehow, some way, Lollipop limping on 5 HP means this is now a catastrophe. And Afro whiffs. Oh, no. Heat. I mean, they've just lost all of their energy at the worst possible moments. Their molecules, they're close together now. And it's a catastrophe. I mean, what an absolute train wreck of a round for Heat.
You know the saying, Mike, entropy always increases as the heat disperses.
Yeah, apparently they ran out of
fuel. I think it's increases. I forget. I haven't done this for a while. And entropy does always increase, right?
The best part of being an adult is not having to do schoolwork. It's pretty great.
It does always increase.
Either way, you know what's not going to increase in this round? Heat's win total. Jax is once again left to try and save in a desperate situation, and he will panic a little bit, move around a whole lot, and die. Ingloriously. What a round for 1 win. The money in the toilet. Complete disaster. The momentum gone for Heat. Any chance they might have with a rally here? Well, it's looking rather dire. They're going to need a hero play in this one, and they will, in fact, go for the forced buy. It's catastrophic. Heat looking like their map pick might be slipping away. Our second one would be Vertigo. That one's still viable for the French squad, but 1 win. Have to be feeling pretty dang good right now. And, well, they'll feel a whole lot better in about 1:55 seconds. Oh! Flamey! What? Someone check him, PC. He never saw that player. I don't even think he saw he was crossing. He just popped a shot towards Pit, having eaten the flash, and goodbye, Afro. What on earth is happening here?
Have to recover. Next map is Vertigo as well. 1 win strongest. This is looking dire for Heat, and they need to make an aggressive decision. That's going to be playing these 2 guys into Cat. Jocko's found 1, but he's instantly traded. And there's more work to be done. Body has to find frags here off Catwalk, or we're going into map 2 with them at a deficit.
Body's going to go for it. He's risking it. This is the risking, and it's not working. Everybody's gone. It's down to Jax once more, and this time it's not just saving that he needs to do. He has to try and win in a hopeless situation with no knowledge of positioning, with no control. He's already been brought down to 40. The first kill at least found, but they're just going to face. Okay, 1 win. You haven't won the round just yet. Bomb's going to go down. That'll put pressure back on the Jax. They've given him an opportunity. They've given him a path back into this one. Flashbang's going to keep him under pressure. 8 bullets in. He's going to have to be good. He's going to have to be perfect, and he's not going to have the fight with Flamey. What a map for Flamey. What a round there to cap things off and send 1 win hurtling into the advantage here, Alan. Incredible showing on Dust2.
Looked great for them. It was a topsy-turvy map, but actually in those last 4 or 5 gun rounds, 1 win streaks ahead, secure their opponent's map pick, and they are feeling great going into that second map.